Page in trouble. Let's see what action we've got in round 8.
Round 8.
Both men exhausted after the furious exchanges of that last round. And both seem intent on taking a bit of a breather in the early stages of this 8th round.
Coetzee getting a little bounce on his legs. He fought most of this fight so far flat-footed. No one's thrown any punches, and it's almost a minute gone. Obviously, the action from round 7 has taken a lot out of both men. Good right hand from Coetzee. Sent the spray flying. Coetzee still mistiming that right hand.
The smile that Janks Morton demands from his fighter has gone. He's too exhausted to even think of that.
Well, Coetzee fought his way out of trouble in round 7 on sheer guts alone. Really showed the class of a champion there. Lots of courage. This looks as though it's going to be a very quiet round, and understandably so, after all the action in round 7. And resorting to the jab, conserving their energy.
Just to remind you that South Africa has a new world champion in Piet Crous, who tonight beat Ozzy Ocasio on points to win the world cruiserweight title. But Gerrie Coetzee having a much more difficult time in retaining his world heavyweight title.
We've got Coetzee behind on points at this stage of the fight on our card. An untidy fight at this stage. Both men too wary to put combinations together. Flicking out the jab, leading with the right hand occasionally, and missing badly as Coetzee did there. That was much better. Left hook, come uppercut. That right bounced off the top of Page's head.
Using his greater reach to good advantage there, but that was a good right hook from Gerrie Coetzee.
Coetzee's outboxing Page in this round. And you can see as the men begin to get back their strength that the punch rate is picking up. Oh, good right hand from Page, and Coetzee's legs buckled a little. I think he's in trouble. Hey, he's down!
That was a left hook that has put Gerrie Coetzee right on his back. And I don't know whether the South African is going to be getting up. They're taking out his gum guard. It's all over. Gerrie Coetzee is out. Gerrie Coetzee has lost this world title fight. And Greg Page is the new W.B.A. champion.
Well, there's your new heavyweight champion of the world, Greg Page. And Gerrie Coetzee is still flat on his back on the canvas, being attended to by his seconds. That was a real devastating knockout. He was wary, he was punch wary. And of course, Page came with that devastating barrage of punches. Left, finishing with a right. And Page is overjoyed in the ring, and who can blame him? There's a replay. Right hand to the head. Shook Coetzee. As Coetzee tries to back away, Page follows. Left hook. Right cross. Left hook, another right. Coetzee's beginning to go down. It was a left hook, the final punch that put him on his back. Flat out for the count. Here's some more. Left hook from Coetzee. Page throwing the punches. Time, the knockout was 3 minutes 50 seconds. According to our time, the knockout came in 3 minutes 50 seconds. The round's only supposed to be three minutes. That's bound to bring a lot of controversy into this fight. Well, that could result in some kind of a protest. Once the Coetzee can't become aware of the fact the round went 3 minutes 50 seconds. According to our time here at ringside on the stopwatch. There were no stoppages. Here's more replay of that knockout. Right hands, left hooks. And Coetzee's beginning to fall. Down he goes, flat on his back. There was never a chance that he could beat the count.
Train to fight. I do all of it goes to Janks Morton. He brought all out of me.
Did he hurt you at any stage?
No. He caught me out balance a couple of times. That's about it. He's not one of those good punches everybody say. He's a great fighter.
And the punch that ended it all?
It was a right hand, left hook.
Followed by? Well, understandably an absolutely delighted champion who is receiving the accolades of this huge crowd.
Well, we're now waiting for the official announcement. We know the result, of course, but got to be done officially. And according to our stopwatch at ringside, at the fight, the round could have gone more than 3 minutes. That's going to be interesting to find exactly what the official time is. And one, we hope they're going to announce the official time of the knockout from the ring. That's no question about it. Greg Page was getting ahead in this fight. He was right on top. He was hurting Coetzee. According to the official timekeeper, I believe that he says the knockdown happened at 2 minutes 55 seconds of the round. And of course, according to the rules of boxing, you can't be saved by the bell except in the final round. So that would be right. That would explain why the round went more than 3 minutes.
The new W.B.A. heavyweight champion of the world by a knockout in the 8th round. Greg Page is the managing director of Oldbuck, Mr. Ronnie Malk, and also from Oldbuck, Mr. Roger Neil May. And the old story goes, if you're an Oldbuck man, you always win.
Well, looking back on the fight
Ladies and
after...
gentlemen, let's give everybody a chance there. Greg, will you come in the middle, please? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ronnie. Come in here. Roger on the other side.
Well, looking back on the fight, according to our scorecard, the last time that Coetzee won a round was round 3, and from round 4 onwards, it was all Greg Page. So I guess you could say the writing was on the wall from round 4.
Take it easy.
They haven't announced the official time of the knockout, but according to the timekeeper, it was 2 minutes 55 seconds.
Turn around the other photographers.
Or 3 minutes and 5 seconds if you take into account the 10 seconds of the count out.
Right around, please.
And of course, there is no way that the bell can save a man except in the final or the last round of a fight. The bell cannot save you except in the last round of a fight. So, in fact, you'll probably recall that there was only 2 seconds left when Gerrie Coetzee knocked down Michael Dokes in Cleveland just over a year ago. So he also was counted out after the bell would normally have sounded.
Back, please. There is His Excellency is also wearing
A little chat to you on television.
Well, there we have it. One win for South Africa. Piet Crous winning the WBA Cruiserweight Championship of the World here tonight by beating Ozzy Akasia on points over 15 rounds. And one loss for South Africa. Gerrie Coetzee going down to Greg Page on a knockout in the 8th round and losing the WBA.
Well, here I have Janks Morton, the man, the mentor, the man behind the new heavyweight champion. Could you ever have believed it would end like that, Janks?
I predicted it would end like that. I called it all the time. I tried to tell the press this was Greg Jerry's last fight. There's no way in the world he could continue. The guys that beat Page was good fighters. Jerry is not a good fighter. He's just an average fighter. And I knew it all the time. That's what I was trying to tell him. That's why he got upset when I called him a Big Anderson, which he was. You saw the mistakes that he was making. And Greg was correcting him.
You're a happy, happy man.
Oh, yeah. We waited a long time. I worked some hard hours with Greg. I lost weight working with Greg.
And now what's going to happen?
Anybody who wants to fight for the championship of the world, they have to see Greg Page. That's
and what
all
about Gerrie
coming.
Coetzee having another fight?
If Harry wants a return match, tell Harry to get up here and we'll talk about it.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Mr. Kershner for having us come here in Sun City. The people here in Sun City have been really beautiful to us. We really loved it. We had a beautiful time. I had a beautiful partner, Mr. Bill Present, and he really worked hard. We worked hard with Page. Everybody wondering why we closed camp. We closed camp to work on techniques.
Well, there we have it. A night of mixed fortunes for South Africa. A new cruiserweight world champion in Piet Crous, who outpointed Ozzy Akasia of Puerto Rico. But sadness in the end when South Africa's heavyweight star, Gerrie Coetzee, lost his WBA title in a sensational knockout to Greg Page, the new WBA heavyweight champion of the world. What a night it has been here at Sun City in the Super Bowl. A very excited place, one way and another, as we say a good night to you.